Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome to Ascension to Love with Alice, that's me. A return to union. It's so wonderful to be here with you all. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you for gracing me with your presence. Thank you for being here. So much love and so many blessings to you. Do click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell on the side, because we do angelic updates, angelic guidance for the week ahead, energy updates, so that we can kind of feel into what energy is coming through and how to maximize on that, how to really work with the energy coming up so that you can really enhance your week, right, and enhance your path and your alignment. If you are not yet following me on Facebook, do have a little look for my Facebook page, Ascension to Love with Alice. We have all my services are listed there, along with any specials we have right now, such as the one that we have for the 1111 portal. I have a special on the Akashic sessions and Ascension chakra attunement. So that's all one session. It's about 75 minutes, 90 minutes long, where we activate and attune your Ascension chakra, so that's your 12 chakra system, bringing down the light, bringing in the light, and then we actually go up into your Akashic records and do some karma releasing, karma balancing, past life, future life, soul retrieval. We do a lot of really incredible work. We petition to the board of karma to release anything that's no longer serving, so that you can really get more aligned and more advanced on your soul path and where you're meant to be. The 1111 portal, you guys, it's coming up in a few days here. The 1111 portal is such a it's one of my favorite times of the whole year, you know, apart from Yule and Lionsgate. It's one of my favorite times of the whole year, because it really is that cosmic transit. It really is when we get to choose with gumption what timeline we're going to be on, right? You know, and I can't even get my words out. I'm that excited about it. And our energy is what dictates that, right? So a lot of people are doing a lot of soul work right now, a lot of releasing, and a lot of just cleaning up your energy grids. If you do wish for a little bit of assistance with that, do check out my Akashic Records healing session and the video I did on that a couple of days ago on my Facebook page. Also, there are still slots for any guidance, any angelic clarity, card readings, things like that. But for now, let's get cracking into this week ahead, starting Monday the 9th of October, and start again, Monday the 9th of November. Let's get the month right. Going all the way through to Sunday the 15th. And first I've got Paul the Venetian and Lady Hope jumping out, so I'm going to keep those two out here right now. So let's have a little look at what's coming through. So we've got Paul the Venetian, which is experiencing grace, and we've got Lady Hope, Archangel Hope, who's the twin flame of Archangel Gabriel, right? So what I love about Lady Hope, look at this yellow, right? Beautiful colour. It's very much about that joy vibration, that you know, that joy, that sunflower, that inner sun, you know, love, acceptance. The yellow ray is such a the lemon yellow ray even is such a powerful ray that's coming down right now, and gifting us with its presence, with that ascension, with that color of ascension, right? And we've also got Hilarion coming in as well. So Mercury just jumping out here. So Mercury has gone direct again, you guys, right? So that's always good to have Mercury go direct. Yeah, that communication going a little bit more streamlined, and just that bit of weight, that denseness lifted up. So Mercury just wanted to jump out and say that. But we also have Hilarion coming out here as well. So feels like he wants to be there. Right, so let's get cracking. What do we have coming through for this week ahead? We've got some divine healing coming in, right? We've got Paul the Venetian with experiencing grace. We've got Lady Hope with love and acceptance. I'm actually going to put those back in order. There we go. So what's really nice about the energy coming up for this week is that, you know, it's like a big out breath, right? It's like a big out breath, a big release, right? And I know that this weekend they're likely going to announce the election results, so no doubt that's going to be around. That energy is going to be around that over if you're watching this in the States. But as a collective, we feel that energy as well, right? We feel that energy as well. So it feels like there's going to be a lot of celebrations the weekend prior to this week that we're recording for right now. But what I love about Paul the Venetian, like, look at this. We've got that heart space being open again, you know, experiencing grace, share your gifts with grace. So inspiration and love. So what it feels like this week is going to come through is that, you know, you're going to have a lot of divine inspiration, a lot of alignment, a lot of action, but when I say action, I don't mean very much in the very strong masculine sense, like of, you know, that arrow. I feel very much kind of like, it feels very much like you're receiving from the divine, the inspiration this week, right? You know, we've got love and acceptance coming in. There's a sense of, when we pull a card that's got grace about it, it's kind of like, it's kind of like that classy energy, isn't it? It's like kind of like a very, it's like forgiveness but without the condemning, right? Because to forgive it, when, you know, when someone says, you know, when someone forgives someone, it's because there has been, you know, it's usually because there is like a level of having condemned in the first place. But what grace is all about here is kind of like that next step. So what's really, really beautiful here, it's kind of like the everyone's hearts are going to be that little bit more open, the energy is going to flow that little bit more gentler through it, and just connect one another. You know, we've got love and acceptance here as well, so it's very much about recognizing that, you know, this week it's going to be a very loving week, it feels. And, you know, let's get into the subtlety of that. It's like that recognizing ourselves in one another. That's what I'm hearing right now, is recognizing yourself in another person. You know, recognizing that, you know, if that there is light, there is only light in other people, and it doesn't matter what's happened previously or in the future or whatever. It doesn't matter what else is happening. It's you choosing to see only that light in them. And that's what I feel is coming through with Lady Hope here, especially with her being the twin flame of Archangel Gabriel. You know, it's all about that purification, that crystal clear channel, right? You know, she comes through whenever there is injustice. She comes through whenever there is kind of like, it's kind of like the weighing of the scales type of thing, right? And, you know, she's there like an advocate for people, right? So she helps bring truth and integrity through in such a loving and accepting and a gentle way, you know. And we've got Hilarion coming in as well for the end of the week, so this is all about that sensitivity. So you know, there's still that theme of and as the energies progress, you know, we will find that you know, we are going to become more and more and more sensitive, because you're becoming more and more in alignment. And what that means is that, you know, the more in alignment you are, the more connected you are with your inner divine essence, right? And your inner divine essence, if something is off kilter, you know, we're going to feel that a little bit more strongly. So it's not necessarily specifically that you're going to become more sensitive this week, but what's happening is, as you're shedding the outer petals of the heart chakra, as the green petals fall away, you access the deeper chambers of that heart chakra, the pinks and the violet pink and the white in the very center. It's like a lot of that shedding is going to happen this week, right? So maybe I'll do another video on that heart chakra and the 33 chambers within it another time. But what Hilarion's coming through here is very much about, you know, do take the time, still listen to your body. If you're feeling a little bit sensitive by the end of the week, if you're feeling the energy, because it does feel like there's going to be this nice start of the week where it's just the energy is just going to flow, you're just going to get things done, get things going. But it feels by the end of the week, you know, you may feel a little bit tired. Let's use the word tired, because you know things are going to be shifting by then. You know, the 11/11 portal will have come through midweek, right? And those changes, that timeline jump will have happened. So there may be a little bit more healing to come through, a little bit more grounding will need to happen as you become a little bit more, as you are a little bit more sensitive, or recognizing, I should say, what isn't actually aligned anymore. So changes, I imagine the reading for the week after this will bring through a lot of change, right? So let's actually have a little look here as to let's just build the story. Let's just build the story of this week ahead. Now we've got our beautiful beings of light in. So we've got don't dim to fit in. Yeah, and what I love about Paul the Venetian, you know, he's very much about your gifts, right? Your subtle gifts as well. So not just kind of like the old world will have recognized, you know, education and you know, and oh, I've got this and I've got this and I've got this, you know, talking about accreditations and diplomas and skills in the harder sense. But this is, it feels very much like Paul the Venetian's very much about the coming from the more subtle realms, like the arts and the yeah, a lot of the arts, because that's where the divine actually filters through. That's where timelessness can really be. You can allow that reception to happen, that receptivity, is that a word? Where you're receiving, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So I love how the first card we've pulled out here is don't dim to fit in. because, you know, Polar Venetian really encapsulates that as well, you know. It's very much about, you know, standing strong with, you know, you are good at this, you do enjoy doing this, whether it's picking up a paintbrush, whether it's singing, whatever it is, you know, tune into what it is that you really actually like doing and hone in on that, right? Because that's a divine gift. Not everyone has what you have, right? You know, everyone is very unique here. We've got Mother Mary coming through here, Star Mother coming through with how can you mother yourself, and we've got Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. Absolutely. On the bottom of the deck we do have the protection card, and I just want to talk about this really briefly. I love how we have soul retrieval and cut the cords and call back your power, so that does tie in with the starting message that I had about the Akashic sessions and the attunements that we're doing. But this energy here, there's going to be a lot of people this week as well that it's still going to be quite up and down, it's still going to be that volatility in the world, but whatever you're tuning into is what you're going to attract more of, right? And that's the main message here, with this card showing up. So it was just a brief message, but you know, just make sure that you are honing in on your light, because when you hone in on your light, you know, that's what you're going to attract more of. It's like the law of attraction is always going to be in play. So if you're focusing on the light within and you're focusing on love, that's what's going to portray in your outer world as well. And that's why these three are coming in, I think, to really emphasize that, right? This isn't a week of action, although, you know, Mars is going direct at the end of the week. This isn't necessarily a week of action, you know, physical, more masculine action. This is the more feminine action of just allowing. This is the week of allowing, right? Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. That's what they're saying, is a week of allowing. So anyway, we've got Star Mother coming in here in the middle, which is a perfect card to accompany Lady Hope here, Archangel Hope, because this is very much about, once again, honing your energy, honing your skills, tuning into the feminine side. You know, go out in the evening and just open yourself up to the night sky, right? You know, open yourself up to the night sky, open yourself up to the sun and to the night sky, and just allow that energy to filter in through you, activating more of your crystalline grid, right? Your crystalline light body. You know, there's a massive shift happening this week, and you know, from the start of 2020 all the way through to the end, 2 billion souls are due to have awakened, right? And these last 4 weeks before Yule, before the winter solstice, well, it's a little bit more than 4 weeks, but the last 6 weeks before the winter solstice, there's going to be a lot still coming through. So this week is about paving the way for that and just giving yourself that break, right? Giving yourself that love, that nurturing, that rest, allowing the roses to blossom. We've got rose here, got roses here, you know. And then by the end of the week, it's like, you know, we've gone through that 11:11 portal. You are now embodying, and you're starting to activate and really align and move forward. It feels like the end of this week, start of next week is going to be action orientated. It does feel like that, because when you get the pillar of light here, your vibration rising, it's not only that that alignment of channel, but also that clarity. And then with clarity you receive divine inspiration. With divine inspiration you can take aligned action. So it feels like at the very end of the week, so this is like the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I bet if we actually did pull a further card here, let's have a look. Let's pull a card for, and I don't usually do this, I usually just do it week by week, but I'm just curious. I want to pull a card for the very end of this week through to the start of next week, just to kind of tie on to this. Who do we have supporting us? What energy do we have? Increased awareness, Master Buddha. Look at that. So we've got the Omkara symbol here right in the middle, and Omkara is a sign of creation, right? That deep connection. Beautiful. With Joan of Arc on the bottom. So by the end of this coming week, what I'm hearing a slightly different message as well. There's going to be a lot of truths unveiled. So in the world, on the earth stage, there's going to be a lot of truths coming through at the end of next week. Which is bringing through that increased awareness. So just be cognizant of that, because the start of this week is going to be so crucial to actually working on your vibration, working on your energy, and just to a point of being able to stay consistent when whatever else happens externally comes knocking, right? So let's pull another card for this one here. Let's show us how the week progresses, you guys. Thank you. Birthing a new age. Absolutely. This is brand new. Like, literally, this is your timeline jump, you guys. This is your 11:11 ever unfolding rose. Look at that. That heart space has just been, this week is about that heart just bursting wide open. And, you know, when we say that, when we say that about the heart bursting wide open, once again, I'm going back to that word subtle. It's more in the subtle realms. It's more of that tight bud. Like, look, I've got a little rose here. It's like the tight part of the bud on the inside, you know? So not specifically the outer petals. On the heart chakra, it's like this rose, right? You've got the green petals on the outside. You've got the pink petals here. You've got the violet pink here. And the tight little bit in the middle is that white, right? And that's what's happening in this cosmic shift, you guys. It's a very subtle week, okay? Listen to your body. This is a week where you really want to embody that divine feminine energy within yourself. And notice when I talk about divine feminine or divine masculine, I'm talking about the sovereignty of it. I'm not talking about any wounded masculine or any wounded feminine here. I'm talking about those energies in their sovereignty, which is, you know, the divine feminine does still take action, right? She doesn't procrastinate or anything. She does still take action, but she knows to listen and trust and set the tone of her vibration first, and let her body, let her soul, let her essence be that receptive chalice to receive the divine light, right? That's what I talk about when I say work with your divine feminine energy this particular week here. Because the divine feminine is creative. The divine feminine does love unconditionally. She accepts, she doesn't judge, there is no condemning. You know, she nurtures herself and she does heal. She allows that healing. This is an allowance energy, right? You know, and let's pull through a little bit of guidance here. So I've got this card just jumped out, but it jumped out before I actually asked for a card. So I'm just going to have a little feel into it. We've got the travel card coming in here. So we've got journey, path, location. I feel like this is very much about, I did a video, or I'm going to do a video. I did a couple of videos, and it's going to get released a little bit later on anchoring in the light, right? On anchoring in the light as you walk, as you go anywhere. And that's kind of what it feels like here as well. It's just like really tuning into that feminine energy and just anchoring in and allowing yourself to receive, to be that chalice of reception, to allow that golden light to really filter in and just and come down, and just to penetrate the beautiful Mother Earth and allow her to heal, right? It's like this beautiful cycle of energy coming through, coming around. It feels like this week, so I'm going to leave this card out. It feels like this week might actually be very much about, you know, you're getting a little bit inspired about a different course of path for you. Your soul is being more vocal, right? You know, your soul gifts are coming through. That's why Paul the Venetian's like, your soul gifts are coming through. You're going to love and accept whatever's coming through on your behalf as well, because everything starts as within, you guys, as within, so without. So Paul the Venetian is coming through as well, because your soul gifts are coming through this week. That awareness, that pull, that magnetism is coming through this week. And Lady Hope is coming in to support that, to allow you to release any judgments, any judgments that you may have had about whatever that looks like. Yeah, as we go through this rebirth time, we've got the snake here. The snake is beautiful. The snake is on the caduceus as well, right? Which is the symbol on any ambulance or any EMT or any, you know, anything like that. It's the medical symbol. Is that staff with a snake around it? It's the caduceus. It's the it's that healing symbol. So, you know, we've got that healing theme coming in here, you guys. We've got rebirth, release, and integration. So once again, it's still, you're still releasing at the start of the week. We're integrating more. So this is the guidance coming through now. It's just allow yourself to integrate, allow yourself to move and flow around with the energies that are supporting you. And then we've got Hilarion with that pillar of light. Okay. We've got the dream guide coming in. What's really cool as well is that there is a lot of, we do a lot of work, there we go, perfect. We do a lot of work in our dream space, right? You know, our dream angels, our dream guides looking after us in every dream space, every symbol, every person, every colour, everything that you experience. It's no coincidence, it's a divine symbol from all that is, you know, and you're learning a lot as well. You're still receiving a lot, right? Because when you're asleep, you don't have the ego body, you don't have that awake to get in the way or anything, so you can receive a lot of downloads. And then we've got the new moon, and you know what, guys, I didn't actually say, but at the end of the week we do have the new moon, right? Is it on the 14th or 15th? The 15th, I think, we do have the new moon in Scorpio, right? We're in Scorpio season, so it's the Scorpio new moon. And that, once again, is about rebirth, death and rebirth. We've got that is coming up so powerfully here. So really enjoy the start of the week. Really be that creative self, you know, because that's going to pave the way for what's going to come at the end of the week, which is the 11/11 portal, you know, and then the new moon, okay? And new moons are great times to actually, you know, start something new. So if you're looking at launching something, then this is a week to really create that and really allow yourself to receive that divine inspiration so that you can then go forward with the power of the moon, right? And the power of the planets and everything that's going with it. And look, we've got full moon on the bottom of the deck here. So, you know, it literally is this space of time from the full moon at the end of, at Halloween, to the new moon at the end of this week. This space of time has literally been this beautiful period in which we are allowing things to just really finally release, you know. It's that art of allowing this week, you guys. Yeah. Okay, so I just want to get a card here. I want to get a card here about, let's just ask a couple more questions and we're going to close it up. Because I think this is a beautiful message already coming through here, you know. Quiet time. See, I mean, you can't get any more re-emphasis than what is coming through here. We're rebirthing next week. It's a massive shift in timeline. It's a massive cosmic jump, you know. It's a new beginning. And not only that, you know, but at the start of the week, it is to allow that release, that integration, that rebirth to happen. To allow that to happen, you have to spend time being quiet, right? Allow yourself to receive, and that reception, that, I keep saying that word, I don't know if that actually fits. But receiving is about not actively doing, you know, not going gung-ho and going, I'm going to do this, this and this, just feeling into it. Allow yourself to do nothing, because in doing nothing, you're actually doing something. You're allowing yourself to receive. You're allowing yourself to heal. You're allowing yourself to be creative. And then when you get that inclination, you know, when you get that inclination, I've got inner child coming out as well. You know, it's kind of like, what would your inner child want to do? Be creative. Put paint on your hands and just hand paint, you know, finger paint. Create something. I drew a picture for my nephews. I have 2 nephews. And I drew a picture for them, and I drew it like I was, you know, a kid. I drew stick people, a stick house, and it was so much fun, and they loved it so much. And I loved doing it as well, and it wasn't a masterpiece. I didn't judge myself for my lack of artistic skills or anything like that, but you know, I just allowed my inner child to come out, and it was beautiful. And look at that, happily ever after. Exactly. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. This is a beautiful reading. It's a beautiful message. It's, you know, I hope for those that stuck through to the end, thank you so much for doing that, because, you know, it's so interesting to see how this progresses, how the story progresses, and the extra messages that come through with these cards as this channeling continues. But this next week, I mean, really just allow yourself to be so fully present in the now that, you know, you're taking the time to meditate. 15 minutes, just find 15 minutes in your day. You know, we've got 24 hours in a day. There's 4 15 minutes in 24 hours. So what's that? 24, 48, 96. There's 96 15 minute slots in which to find some time to meditate, to receive, in which to go out for a walk, in which to let your inner child play. And that's the key to happily ever after. So the end of this week is going to be really, really phenomenal. It really is. We can choose to get to the end of the week in ease and alignment, or with resistance, right? Which one do you want to choose? Because I know which one I choose every single time. Go with ease. Let go of the paddles and allow the boat just to carry you, right? Beautiful, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. All my love to you. So many blessings.